The last week, oh my goodness. A lot of our Camino hikers are wondering what the story is. We haven't seen destruction like this ever, you know. The amount of water, the amount of rain, the winds that were in the hundreds of kilometers an hour. So that means that a whole lot of trees fell over. A lot of the gum trees came down, a lot of the pine trees came down. And with them, they brought a whole lot of destruction, but also the wires. So there are still areas where they reckon that where we walk, where they think electricity will only come back in about 7 days. So they would have been out for 2 weeks. So you can imagine fridges, Wi-Fi, all the cell phone towers, the batteries have gone down. So really these poor people are out there in the dark. So that was the kind of destruction. But over and above that, we now had hikers out. So we managed to pull one group. We had two groups out. We pulled one group back in this side of the N2 where we stayed for 3 nights, and then we walked from there. So we transferred out to the various hikes. So we managed to get out. All of the groups sat out for the Wednesday, which is when the real bad storm was. But then there were stories where we were cut off. So the one group was up very safe and sound, but they were cut off from us, and the Bitu River started rising. So I managed to go through in our 4x4. I got through this drift where the water was sort of up to the doors, and I was just loaded with some wine for them to keep them happy, some old brown sherry to keep them happy. With I had soup, I had chips, I had like all sorts of things. And as the water was rising, I got through the drift, quickly dropped it off with someone on that side of the flood. And the groups were amazing. So the groups understood that they were caught in this storm, but they were safe and they were warm. They had a lot of humor, and we managed to get them out, to get them back into the forest on the last day. So the community has been amazing. Then the very next day, once we could get out and there was a little bit of sun, the communities came together and they cleaned up beaches. It was incredible. There were just trees and sticks and stuff lying there, and the community came out, and the beach now is relatively clean, you know. And so they've done in the communities as well. People have volunteered to help where there's just been mud that's been left behind, and they're cleaning out mud, and they're just getting Plett back to what it was. The Camino goers are wondering what the story is going forward. Okay, so as of today, which is Thursday the 14th, SANParks, where we walk through the forests, are still busy trying to get access. Also, that whole area literally from the Plett airport back towards Neisner is out of electricity, has been for a long time. So we are putting people on the trails today, on our various sections of the trails. They're going to scout the trails and see if they're passable, and it has to be safe. So we need to see what trees are down, and we need to see if there's any precarious areas where possibly it's very sodden. We think we'll be ready to walk next week. So that is the plan. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel some Caminos, which is really sad for us. We're trying to accommodate the cancellations in future Caminos, which we will do. We'll find a way to get them back on the trails. But yeah, it's been quite a week.